What's up, everybody? We are live in the booth. Live in the booth. Hey. So, today I wanted to talk to you all about, and I think I'm going to move the prop a little bit closer. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you all quickly and briefly. I always say that, but it's never quickly and briefly when you're dealing with a Gemini rising with a Sagittarius in a Sagittarius. Wait, with the North Node in the 9th house, because I'm a preacher, right? Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to talk to you all today about conversations, right? Conversations rule the nation. Conversations are the really, like, it's the connection of life, literally, right? Because it's how we all connect. It's how we all come together. You would never have a friend or have a significant other or a business partner if you do not have conversation, right? Now, if you notice, I did not say proper conversation. If you notice, I did not say effective conversation, because I feel this is somewhere where, as a collective, sometimes we are behind on having a conscious, effective conversation. And when I say conscious, I don't mean having a woke conversation about some woke topics and shit, because everybody doesn't want to talk about it, you know, and that's okay, that's cool. Find your tribe, find your people that do want to talk about it, right? So, how to have a conversation. Okay, we all know that how to have a conversation seems rather easy, right? But it's not. It's actually difficult for some people, depending on the topic of the conversation. And it's actually not the easiest thing. Simple, but not easy. It's one of those things, right? So, like riding a bike. If you've never ridden a bike before, it's simple, but it's not easy, right? Because you have to learn how to do it, and we have to learn how to effectively communicate with each other. Because if we don't effectively communicate, then you don't know what I'm saying, I don't know what you're saying, I can't understand you, you know. And so what we do so much as a society, this is the thing that I've noticed, because I'm a natural. I have a stellium in the 7th or 8th house, depending on which house system that you look at. So I say I have a stellium in the 7th, 8th house. All right. So I naturally like to talk and express myself and relate to people in a way where we can converse and we'll go out of balance. I like to be the devil's advocate, or actually like just be on the other side of a conversation. Like, if I am naturally, genuinely on the other side of a conversation, I'm not just gonna pick a debate with you because I just want to mess with you. No, well, sometimes if I want to be funny, but usually not if I'm trying to, like, really just, like, express myself and say, hey, well, this is a counter argument to, you know, whatever it is that you feel. And nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with us communicating. Nothing's wrong with you opposing my views. Nothing's wrong with me opposing your views. Nothing's wrong with us having separate views and us both being able to express those views. Anytime that you feel the need to cut a conversation off, if it hasn't gotten, like, where somebody's calling you out your name and somebody's about to hit you, or, you know, something like that, if it hasn't gotten to that point, then ask yourself, what am I really trying to cut off? Because a lot of times people think, oh, because they don't respond or they cut the conversation off, they're the bigger person. No, that's not what it means at all. And I am guilty of that. I have been a person that's thinking that, okay, if I just don't say anything, or if, you know, I just let it go, you know, just let them keep on rambling, you know, I'm being the bigger person. But no, really you're not. You're actually being someone who is not a martyr necessarily. That's my shadow. Yeah, I just kind of came to that revelation not too long ago, so that's why I just oh yeah, that's my shadow. So out with that. But, like, being someone who is just, like, unexpressive. Unexpressive. And we know what happens when we don't express ourselves. It creates disease, it creates illness, it creates all types of things within our body. And this is a lot of times not only with the food and the emotions and all of this. This is not the only, that's not the only reason why we're sick, is the food. We're also sick because we're sick mentally. We're also sick because I'm holding on to some that happened 5 years ago because I never even spoke my piece on it because I wanted to seem like I was the bigger person. So just understand that conversation and speaking and talking is important. Being quiet is important as well. Being silent is important as well, because I guess you have to learn as you navigate through life where it's time for that, right? So number one of having a conversation. I'm sitting here and someone is having a conversation with me. They're talking, da 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 da, da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, but no, so and so, you know, ma'am, sir, you can't. That is inappropriate. Why is it inappropriate? That's my favorite word to say. You can ask my kids. It's my favorite word to say. That's inappropriate because now not only are you blocking the other person from expressing themselves, but you did not hear what they said. So you don't even know what they're saying because you're listening to respond. Are you listening to people to respond? Or are you listening to really take in what they're saying? And at this point, texting to, or whatever the case may be, verbal communication is always best. Always best. But are you listening to this person? Right? Or are you just trying to hear what they said so you can quickly respond and snap off? That's something that we have to ask ourselves and go within ourselves to figure out, okay, why am I cutting this other person off? Who has cut me off in my life? Where do I feel cut off at? How have, you know, and people say, oh, Danielle, you're always going deep. Yes, it's my gift and my curse. I stay on the surface level sometimes, but a lot of times most things are not surface level, and I cannot operate on a surface level if I know that there is a deeper, you know, meaning or connotation, or if I sense that there's a deeper meaning or connotation. And sometimes I'm wrong, and I love to be in a space where people tell me that I'm wrong, and so I can be like, okay, well, maybe I wasn't feeling that, maybe I was feeling this, you know. So that's super healthy. But if I'm listening to you, then I'm just going to be quiet. And now I'm going to have some people come back here, so maybe they'll give me a little demonstration. So I'm just going to be quiet, right? Right. And then also, once that person speaks and I've heard everything that they said and I've actually digested it so that I can understand what they're saying. Hi. I'm actually doing a video on how to have a conversation. Because people need to know. People need to know. Don't you agree? Thanks, babe. He's so supportive. Hi. Yeah, so back. So, okay, after I've listened to this person, then now what's going to happen is I'm going to ingest what they're saying, and then I'm going to talk to them based on my perspective, not necessarily based on what it is that they said, but based on my perspective from the situation at whole. Not to respond to each and every little thing they said that I felt like was wrong. If you do remember some of the things that they said, then yeah, it's okay. Go ahead and respond. You say something and I say something. Nice. He's trying to be a smart ass. Okay. So, Yeah, and then you respond, but not responding, I'm sorry, but then you say your piece, how you feel, what's going on from your lens, what's going on from your world, and then that other person should not interrupt. The other person should give you the undivided attention and respect that you gave them. Okay? So that is how the first 2 steps of having a conversation, because now both people have been able to express themselves. Okay? So, and now the dog is coming. So, also, after that, both people have expressed themselves. Now comes for the mediation. Now comes from the, okay, I have my opinion and you have your opinion. Okay, can I see some points from your side? Maybe I can see some points from your side. And with that being said, okay, I can see what you mean on that. You know, I feel you on that. You know, I get you on that. Boom. And both of you all do that for each other. Now, if you don't feel anybody, or if you don't understand any of their points, then you wouldn't say that, because that would be lying. That would be inauthentic. And we want to continue to live in truth. We want to always live in truth. So if you did understand something that they said, go ahead and let them know. Now, how can you two come to a common ground? How can you two come to a common ground, which is, okay, this is good for you and this is good for me, or this is good for me and this is good for you? How can you come to a common ground, right? And if you cannot come to a common ground, then you two do not, and if this is something that is jeopardizing the whole relationship, then maybe you two don't really want to be in a relationship. So you should evaluate that. However, if this is just something simple like who took the cereal off the top of the refrigerator and didn't put the milk back, and y'all are going back and forth about it, then you should be able to come to a compromise and say, okay, well, babe, when I use the cereal, I'm going to put it back on the top of the refrigerator, and then I'm going to put the milk back in there too. You know, simple. Or the other person can say, okay, well, if I don't put the cereal back, babe, can sometimes you just do it for me, you know, because I may forget, I may be rushing, you know, anything. So, baby, I'm not doing it, you know, on purpose. And when I say, babe, I'm talking about kids too, you know, because they deserve the same type of respect that we would give to another adult. So, from there, you're able to go, hey boy, look at that boy, hey boy, I'm doing a YouTube video.
Hey, what up, dude?
Hey, you gonna go?
Busy. What's up, man?
So that is how to have a conversation.
What up, dude?
2 ways, allowing both people to express themselves without interrupting, and not listening to respond, but listening to listen and really understand and take in what the other person is saying. And I know that people are probably like, well, why is she doing a video on how to have a conversation? In 2020, this is something that is very needed, because I witness all the times where people are having improper conversations, and it's not just the people who you be like, ooh, nah, they might be a little ratchet, and you know, prejudging people, you know how we do. No, it's not them. It's the people who are the educated ones, the bougie ones, you know, the ones who are supposed to be elite in society are having issues communicating effectively, are having issues communicating effectively. Yeah. So with that being said, I wish you all love, I wish you all peace, I wish you all abundance. More videos to come soon. Feel those intentions, whatever it is that you are setting out to do. Feel that, be that every single day. I love you all. Let's get to talking. Let's get to having amazing conversations with people in a way where it's effective for both parties and both parties are heard. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I feel like a YouTuber, which is kind of weird. Something got in my eye, y'all. All right, y'all. Love y'all. You want your natal chart done, any type of readings. I'm getting together new website, new packages, things coming up soon. So be on the lookout for that, and have a great day.